Imagine plunging into a frozen nightmare, where the surface of a pristine winter lake looks calm and inviting, but beneath lies a world that has claimed lives with merciless precision. 72 hours under ice is not a test of courage, but a slow descent into a frozen tomb, a struggle where every second is a battle against the cold, against time, and against the creeping realization that your body is turning against you as water steals breath, freezes limbs, and numbs awareness, leaving you trapped in a silent, invisible prison. The ice above is deceptive, solid yet fragile, masking darkness that swallows light and hope alike, and every movement risks breaking the thin barrier between life and death, while the world above continues oblivious to the terror below. As you sink beneath the glacial surface, panic grips you instantly, lungs burning, muscles seizing, heart pounding in a rhythm that mocks the ticking clock counting down your survival. The icy water steals your strength with each passing moment, and the mind fractures under the pressure. Hallucinations creeping in as seconds stretch into eternities, memories flashing like taunting shadows, and the instinct to survive clashes with the numbing horror of hypothermia. Above, rescuers fight their own battle, slicing through the unyielding ice, navigating snowstorms and blizzards. Every drill, every shout, every movement, a desperate race against an unseen clock that measures your life in fractions of a heartbeat. Every moment under the ice is a psychological gauntlet. Terror, isolation, and the crushing realization that even a single miscalculation means surrendering to the cold abyss. The ice that once glittered under sunlight now feels like a cage of glass, a prison where warmth and sound vanish, leaving only the suffocating pressure of water and the whisper of mortality. Hour by hour, your body betrays you. Limbs stiffen, thoughts scatter, awareness blurs, and time ceases to feel linear. Each second a miniature eternity of despair, yet deep inside a flicker of raw human will refuses to yield, clinging to life as if survival itself is an act of defiance against the frozen darkness. This is a story not just of physical endurance, but of psychological extremity, where fear becomes a companion, cold becomes a predator, and hope is the only weapon against the silent predator that is a lake frozen to perfection, holding you captive beneath its glassy surface. Families above pray, eyes fixed on the ice, hearts in their throats, as every second that passes underwater pushes the boundaries of what a human can endure. Every shout, every drill, every faint signal is a lifeline in a cruelly silent world. And as hypothermia sets in, the mind begins to weave hallucinations of safety and doom, testing sanity alongside survival instinct. And yet, amid the terror, survival becomes a mental chess game. Conserve energy, find air pockets, move carefully, fight panic, and trust the rescuers racing against time, every fraction of a decision carrying the weight of life and death. In those 72 hours, the victim experiences sensations that defy comprehension. Temperature so cold, it feels like being carved from ice, the faintest light fading into darkness, every heartbeat a reminder of fragility, every breath a stolen gift. And the psychological torment intensifies as reality blurs with nightmare, turning each moment into a challenge where courage, instinct, and human will must combine to confront the ultimate test. The ice is both friend and foe. It keeps you alive by shielding from storms above, yet also traps you, an invisible jailer that does not forgive mistakes, and in the deafening silence under its surface, time stretches infinitely. A slow-motion trial where survival depends on mental clarity, physical endurance, and the faintest glimmer of hope. Rescuers above navigate unpredictable ice shifts, treacherous snow, and their own fear, while families watch helplessly, every tick of the clock echoing with dread, every passing minute a reminder that nature is merciless, and that beneath the frozen surface, a human life teeters on the edge of oblivion. As the struggle continues, the frozen water tests every aspect of humanity: pain threshold, willpower, hope, despair, imagination, and fear, combining to forge an experience so extreme it feels like the boundary between life and death has vanished, replaced by a suspended reality where each breath is a negotiation with mortality itself. And then, against the cruelest odds, the breakthrough arrives. A crack, a shout, a hand reaching through the ice, light piercing the darkness, and suddenly the frozen tomb gives way. Lungs inhale life like stolen treasure, warmth returns like a miracle, and the psychological weight of 72 hours under ice begins to transform into a story of resilience, courage, and the raw, unyielding power of the human spirit that refuses to be extinguished even in the harshest, coldest, darkest conditions imaginable. Yet even as solid ground touches trembling feet, the memory of the frozen abyss lingers, a haunting reminder that nature's beauty masks lethality, that survival is fragile, and that one step, one misjudgment, 1 second can become the difference between life and a grave beneath glassy ice. The story is not merely about surviving hypothermia or escaping death. It is about confronting fear itself, understanding the edge of human endurance, and witnessing a soul tested beyond the imaginable. Every heartbeat under ice is a defiance, every breath a rebellion against mortality, and every movement toward the surface is a victory over the silent predator that holds all the power. This is why tales like these grip us so intensely. They force us to face the fragility of life, the merciless precision of nature, and the extraordinary resilience of humans who refuse to surrender even when submerged in a frozen grave, proving that courage, will, and hope can emerge from the coldest, darkest depths of fear itself. And as we recount this chilling survival, we are left with a question that echoes far beyond the frozen lake. If you were trapped under ice, with every second ticking against you, would you surrender to the cold, or would your human will burn so fiercely that even the freezing abyss cannot consume it? Because in that frozen tomb, life becomes a negotiation with death, hope becomes the most potent weapon, and every heartbeat is a testament to the unimaginable strength that can emerge when a person refuses to be swallowed by darkness.